over the company overview for parking. Public transportation in New York can be very unreliable. So sometimes, if we have a car, we prefer to drive to work or school that day instead of taking the subway. When we finally reach our destination, we are faced yet with another problem. And that problem is parking. In order to solve this issue, we decided to start a company which we call Parkit. Parkit is a startup firm and a mobile application which help drivers find a parking spot within a touch of a button. Parkit will be partnering with Google Maps in order to provide this service to its consumer. The union is important because it creates a space for consumers where they can find not only directions but also parking spots once they reach their destinations. This collaboration will immensely increase both revenue and the number of customers Parkit will receive. At Parkit, we aim to create a user-friendly application to help drivers spend less time stressing about parking and save that time doing something that can be used more productively. Now, let's go to Francesca, who will talk about Parkit's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Hello, my name is Francesca, and I'll be talking about the SWOT analysis. First off, I will start off with the strengths, which is the S. And we do have several strengths with our app, one being that we'll be the first application to have this feature on our app. Now, we know that there are plenty of apps that help you find parking, but mostly they're kind of directed to parking garages. And some of us don't have that kind of money to pay $50 because, as in Manhattan, that is probably the cheapest parking garage you can find. So to avoid those costs and expenses, we would like to introduce a parking app that allows you to park in the street, so street parking. It's, even though it may be you have to pay a meter, it's better than paying $50. The second is that it speeds up the process when you have to park. So say you're running late and you know that parking is going to be a hassle, our app will help you because it will help you find a parking spot very quickly. And by speeding up the process, that will help the Earth's environment because you're not using the car as much. People who use the car, you could spend several hours finding parking. And using the car less will decrease the pollution that we are adding. Now moving on to our weaknesses. We have one weakness, and it is the difficulty of censoring these parking spots in any city. That's probably the most difficult part because we do not have the materials for that, but probably we will find out a solution. But that's one of the kind of difficulties that we're having. Opportunities, we are able to start in such a large city like New York, and then that will help us kind of move on to other cities like LA, Miami, many more. And also this opens doors to collaborations since we are the first application to be introducing this feature on an actual app. I think that many places will like to join into this new kind of way of thinking for an app. And kind of going back to the weakness, since we do have a problem with finding the sensors to censor the parking spots to let you know when there's a free parking spot, we think that collaborating with Google Maps will help out, and they can help us with those materials. Then moving on to the threats. Major threat is being able to be kind of duplicated into our competitors' apps. So once they see this, they'll be like, oh, we should incorporate this in our app. And then, it would kind of be difficult at the same time, but I'm sure that they'll be able to. And another is that we are not as advertised as them. Now, they've been around much longer than us, and it probably be very difficult for us to kind of meet in that point where we have more downloads in them. So we kind of have to compete with that kind of, competition. But we do have many strengths and opportunities, and I know that this will kind of work out, and we'll find solutions for any weaknesses that we do come through and threats.
Hi, this is Chanuk, and what I'm gonna explain is about our target market and positioning. We want to target anyone who drives down with their own vehicles to the city for our app and show it as a great, simple, easy to use, efficient, and convenient parking app that would make city commuters' lives so much easier. To find the parking space in the city is not that easy, unless we put our car in the parking garage. However, its cost is too expensive. If you ever drive in the city, you would have experienced that you had a hard time finding a parking spot. It describes our target market in sense of psychographic variables. It is because people usually think paying for parking garage is a waste of money. This app aims at solving all vehicle parking issues by providing instant information about the parking space available nearby users. Our marketer will publicize the app through social networking platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's effective because the visitors from different states use social media to gather information, and our app's advertisement will be popped up so they can be aware of it. For anyone drivers in the city, the Park It is a helper in decision making whether he or she stay there for parking or live along the Google Maps, because its instant information from GPS helps you searching parking spot directly. And Andrea will explain about the 4 P's about our products.
Ever been really stressed while looking for parking? I'm sure your answer is yes. Truth is, every driver has had to experience that no matter what. It's a struggle that has to come to an end, and luckily our product puts a stop to that. Our web and mobile application called Park It will enable users to find parking on the go from any device, whether it's Apple or Android. With the use of location services provided by our partnership with Google Maps, real-time data will be produced informing users of parking available not only in garages but also on the streets that are both free of charge and metered parking. This application will be free to install, and it will be an ad-supported app. We plan on implementing pop-up ads of businesses nearby on the application. Through this strategy, businesses will be more inclined to invest in advertising through our application, since it will increase the probability of bringing consumers to their business because they're only a couple steps away. We will have a premium version available as an option to users who are willing to pay $1.50 for the elimination of all advertising on the app. This premium version will also collaborate with parking garages to yield discounts to these users. The premium version will just be another way to generate revenue and accommodate to those users. Our application will be available on any web browser, Google Play Store, and Apple Store. We are attempting to reach a great deal of people by being available on these platforms. This is the best way to reach our target audience, which are the drivers who are tech savvy. Our application will be promoted through digital marketing techniques and banners on highways. Park It will be promoted through social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter to ensure that the tech-savvy people who are most willing to buy the app will be reached. It will also be promoted through television, magazines, and brand ambassadors to reach an older generation. And eventually, it will become the go-to app. With the use of banners on highways, Park It will grab the attention of many drivers who suffer from the everyday parking struggle. Through these measures, we plan on effectively carrying out the goals of our application.
Hi, my name's Chris, and I'm going to be talking about the 4 main marketing objectives for Park It. As a startup company and a brand new app on the marketplace, we have 4 main marketing objectives that we believe will help take our brand and our product to the next level. As a startup company, we really don't have anybody who knows who we are or even that our app exists. So we are going to be focusing our marketing efforts in generating interest in our parking app. We want to target consumers who really have bad experiences looking for parking on their way to work, school, or practically anywhere. We want to show these consumers that they will save time and money while looking for parking by using our app on a daily basis. The second marketing objective that we are going to be focusing on is productivity and efficiency. As an app that focuses on saving consumers time and money, we need to show consumers how productive and efficient our app actually is. In order to do so, we are going to be measuring the average time saved per app use and the average cost of using the app versus not using the app in order to really demonstrate the value of Parkit and why one should use it every day while looking for parking. The third marketing objective that we are going to be focusing on is increasing shares across all social media platforms. Whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter, you name it, we want to target it. Once our app gains some traction and we have a decent amount of existing customers, we want to engage these customers on social media platforms so that they can later repost our marketing on their own social media pages. This will generate a lot of traffic and revenue to our app, all while the customers are doing our marketing for us. The last and final marketing objective that we are going to be focusing on is creating a loyal customer base. After we prove that our app is the fastest and most efficient way to look for parking, we want to create loyal customers who are going to return and use our app on a daily basis, as well as recommend it to their family, friends, and peers. This is going to be measured by repeat app uses and number of new members signing up.
So we hope you like the app that we have come up with, and hopefully it would be a great feature on other parking apps, well, especially ours, since we are the first one to be introducing it, and we'll be ahead of other parking apps. Our competitors will be behind us, and hopefully our promotion will help us out with making it go viral, and plus it's free. So we hope you enjoyed our video, and